round the clock, learning so home. You get the education for all. Gyanwani, Gyanwani, education at your doorstep. It's only Gyanwani.
Namaskar, my name is Shilpa Jadhav. I am teaching sociology in NG Acharya and DK Marathi College at Chembur. Friends, today we are going to see initiatives of international agencies. Stockholm to Rio Conference. The environmental issues is becoming a central issue for public debate with the serious problems caused by the extermination of species diversity, global warming, energy and food crisis. Popular movements have early on organized resistance against environmental degradation and for social justice. Cooperation has emerged across all borders to find constructive solution to the crisis. How the ecological and social crisis will be resolved is also a central theme for the summit of the UN, WTO, EU, G8 and other international institutions. Here, social movement has protested and worked to ensure that another world is possible than the present world order which large corporation and government support. The first summit on the environment was the UN, United Nations, Conference on Environment in Stockholm in 1972. Here, organized popular movements, counter conference, demonstration and dialogue with the official conference that became a model for subsequent summit not only within the United Nations and the environmental issue but also at most summits. Active within Friends of the Earth Sweden played a central role in the popular movements protest at the United Nations Conference in 1972, which also played an important role in why Friends of the Earth International was founded in Stockholm 1971. Furthermore is the United Nations Conference on Environment in Rio de Janeiro in 2012, providing further reason for the interest, especially in the international climate justice movement. This justifies Friend of the Earth attention to 40 years anniversary of the United Nations Conference and alternative social movements activities. In 1972, a better view the progress by pulling experience of what has happened since then. This by setting up meeting and the preparatory work follow up using the web. The United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, that is UNCSD, also known as Rio Plus 20 or Earth Summit 2012, was the third international conference on sustainable development aimed at reconciling the economic and environment goals of the global community. Hosted by Brazil in Rio de Janeiro from 13 to 22 June 2012, Rio Plus 20 was a 20 years fellow up to the 1992 Earth Summit United Nations Conference on Environment and Development held in the same city and 10th anniversary of the 2002 World Summit on Sustainable Development in Johannesburg. Before this conference, the background of previous conference which was held in 1992, the first conference of its kind, the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, that is NCED, commonly referred to as the Rio Conference or Earth Summit, succeeded in raising public awareness of the need integrate and development. The conference drew 109 heads of the Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to address what were deemed urgent problems of environmental protection and socio-economic development. The Earth Summit influenced subsequent United Nations Conference, including Rio Plus 20 and set the global green agenda. The World Conference on Human Rights, for example, focused on the right of people to a healthy environment and the right to development, controversial demands that had met with resistance from the some member states until the Earth Summit. Major outcomes of the conference include the Climate Change Convention, a climate change agreement that led to the Kyoto Protocol, Agenda 21, and a convention on a biological diversity. It also created a new international institutions, among them the Commission on Sustainable Development, tasked with follow-up to the Rio Conference, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, that is UNFCCC, and led to the reform of the Global Environment Facility. 10 years later, Earth Summit 2002, informally nicknamed Rio Plus 10, was held in Johannesburg, South Africa, with the goal of again bringing together leaders from the government, business and NGO to agree on a range of measures toward similar goals. At Rio Plus 10, sustainable development was recognized as an overreaching goal for institutions at the national, regional and international levels. There are the needs to enhance the integration of sustainable development in the activities of all relevant United Nations agencies, programs and funds was highlighted. The discussion also encompassed the role of institutions, its stepped up effort to bridge the gap between international financial institutions and multilateral development banks and the rest of United Nations system. Major outcomes of that conference include the Johannesburg Declaration and almost 300 international partnership initiatives meant to help to achieve the Millennium Development Goals. The objectives for this, the conference had 3 objectives. The first one, securing renewed political commitment for sustainable development. Second one, assessing the progress and implementation gap in measuring previous commitments. Third one, addressing new and emerging challenges. Now we are going to see the conference theme. The official discussion had 2 main themes. The first one, how to build a green economy to achieve sustainable development and lift people out of poverty, including support for developing countries that will allow them to find a green path for development. The second objective, how to improve international coordination for sustainable development by building an institutional framework. Now we are going to see Rio Plus 20 Summit. In the months leading up to the beginning of the conference, negotiators held frequent informal consultations at United Headquarters in New York City. In the 2 weeks before the conference was scheduled to begin, they managed to reach consensus on the sensitive language in then proposed outcome document for the summit. Billed as the biggest United Nations event ever organized with 15,000 soldiers and police guarding about 130 heads of the state and government from 192 countries and the more than 45,000 individuals gathered in the Rio de Janeiro, the 10 days mega conference was intended to be high-level international gathering organized to redirect and renew global political commitment to the 3 dimensions of sustainable development, economic growth and social improvement, and environmental protection, focusing on reducing poverty while promoting job growth, clean energy and more fair sustainable uses of resources, goals first published at Earth Summit in 1992. The conference centered around Agenda 21, the outcomes document from the Earth Summit 1992. That document was considered revolutionary in that it essentially created the term sustainable development and created the global environment agenda for the next 20 years. The representatives of participating government gathered in Rio to discuss what was then the draft of the outcome document. Rio Plus 20 sought to secure affirmation for the political commitment made at past Earth Summit and set the global environment agenda for the next 20 years by discussing progress towards the goal set forth in Agenda 21 and implementation gaps therein and discussing new and emerging issues. The United Nations wanted Rio to endorse a UN Green Economy Roadmap with environment goal targets and deadlines, whereas developing countries preferred establishing new sustainable development goals to better protect the environment, guarantee food, power to the poorest and elevate poverty. The Rio +20 attracted many protests and more than 500 parallel events, exhibition, presentation, fairs and announcement as a wide range of diverse group struggled to take advantage of the conference in order to gain international attention. The British online newspaper The Guardian reported that downtown Rio de Janeiro was partly shut down as an estimated 50,000 protesters, some of whom were necked took to the street. Some important outcomes include the following. The first outcome, the text include language supporting the development of Sustainable Development Goals, that is SDG, a set measurable targets aimed at promoting sustainable development globally. It is thought that the SDGs will pick up where the Millennium Development Goals leave off and address criticism that the original goals failed to address the role of the environment in development. The second one, the attempt to share up the United Nations Environment Programme, that is UNEP, in order to make it the leading global environmental authority by setting forth 8 key recommendations, including strengthening its governance through universal membership, increasing its financial resources, and strengthening its engagement in key United Nations coordination bodies. The third one, nation agreed to explore alternatives to GDP as a measure of wealth that take environmental and social factors into account in an effort to assess and pay for environmental services provided by the nature such as carbon sequestration and habitat protection. The fourth one, recognition that fundamental changes in the way societies consume and produce are indispensable for achieving global sustainable development. EU officials suggest it could lead to a shift of taxes so workers pay less and polluters and landfill operators pay more. The fifth one, the document calls the need to return ocean stock to sustainable levels urgent and calls on countries to develop and implement science-based management plan. The sixth one, all nations reaffirmed commitments to phase out fossil fuels subsidies. The second last, in addition to the outcome text, there were over 400 voluntary commitments for the sustainable development made by member states. And the last one, at the African Ministered Conference on the Environment, 40 African countries agreed to implement the future we want. The reference as given, United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development, Rio +20 Earth Summit 2012. Okay, next part now, United Nations Conference on the Human Environment. When the United General Assembly decided to convey the Stockholm Conference at initiative of the government of Sweden, United Nations Secretary General U Thant invited Maurice Strong to lead it as Secretary General of the conference. This conference was opened and addressed by the Swedish Prime Minister Olof Palme and Secretary General Kurt Waldheim to discuss the state of the global environment, attended by the representatives of 113 countries, 19 intergovernment agencies and more than 400 intergovernmental and non-governmental organizations, that is NGO. It is widely recognized as the beginning of modern political and public awareness of global environmental problems. Next part, history of this conference. Sweden first suggested to ECOSOC, that is ECOSOC, In 1968, the idea of having an United Nations conference to focus on human interaction with environment, ECOSO passed a resolution 1346 supporting the idea. General Assembly Resolution 2398 in 1969 decided to convey a conference in 1972 and mandated a set of reports from the United Nations Secretary General suggesting that the conference focus on stimulating and providing guidelines for action by national government and international organizations facing environmental issues. Next part, Stockholm Declaration. The meeting agreed upon a declaration containing 25 principles concerning the environment and action plan with 109 recommendation and resolution principle of the Stockholm Declaration. The first one, human rights must be asserted, apprehended and colonialism condemned. Second one, natural resources must be safeguarded. Third one, the earth capacity to produce renewable resources must be maintained. Fourth, wildlife must be safeguarded. Fifth, non-renewable resources must be shared and not exhausted. Sixth one, pollution must not exceed the environment's capacity to clean itself. Seventh, damaging oceanic pollution must be prevented. Eighth, development is needed to improve the environment. 9. Developing countries therefore need assistance. The 10th one, developing countries need reasonable prices for export to carry out environmental management. 11. Environmental policy must not be hamper development. The 12. Developing countries need money to develop environmental safeguard. 13. Integrated development planning needed. 14. Rational planning should resolve conflict between environment and development. 15. Human settlement must be planned to eliminate environment problems. 16. Government should plan their own appropriate population policies. 17. National institutions must plan development of states' natural resources. 18. Science and technology must be used to improve the environment. 19. Environmental education is essential. 20. Environmental research must be promoted, particularly in developing countries. 21. States may exploit their resources as they wish but must not be endanger others. 22. Compression is due to state, thus endangered. 23. Each nation must be established its own standards. 24. There must be a cooperation on international issues. The second last, international organizations should also help to improve the environment. And the last one, weapons of mass destruction must be eliminated.